From the East Coast to the West Coast, we are everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories. We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work. We will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channels. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty brand of channels and the Coffee Club. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And more importantly, thank you for allowing me to bring these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you. God bless America, and more importantly, God bless our victims. A 12-year-old Texas girl died Monday, but when you hear why, it is very sad and it makes you wonder what truly happened to this young girl. Check this out. A 12-year-old cheerleader at Jourdanton Junior High School in Christine, Texas, was found in critical condition when her mother called 911 Monday evening. At a press conference, we learned that it was 96 hours since Miranda sustained her injuries to when her mother and her stepfather called for help. It was revealed in the investigation, according to the sheriff, that she sustained injuries on Thursday. However, her mother and stepfather didn't seek help until Monday when she was having respiratory issues.
We became aware of this Monday, the 12th, shortly after 8 p.m. 911 dispatchers here at my office received a call from a lady that said her daughter was in need of medical attention, having trouble breathing, maybe even stopped breathing. EMS and deputies were dispatched down to the city of Christine, which is about 8 miles south of Jourdanton off of Highway 16 and FM 140, a small community. While the deputies and EMS were en route, the lady left with the child. The little girl is 12 years old. She's in junior high at Jourdanton High School and a cheerleader at Jourdanton Junior High School. So on the way here, my dispatchers made contact with them again and told them to pull off on the side of the road south of Jourdanton, which they did. And EMS was directed to meet them there on the Highway 16 and 140. That happened. The child was transported to Methodist Atascosa Hospital here in Jourdanton, and a helicopter was dispatched, but she was never airlifted. The child passed away in the emergency room at the hospital here. Of course, we immediately started an investigation, and my investigators learned that this little girl had sustained injuries on the previous Thursday, so 4 days prior in the evening. The injuries were severe and life-threatening, and instead of calling EMS or taking their daughter to the hospital, then they just left her in the house and tried tending to her, but she was primarily unconscious, unresponsive, incapacitated. She remained there at the home for 4 days and basically did not receive any medical attention at all. They did try a couple of remedies, like maybe trying to give her a smoothie with some vitamins. Of course, somebody that's unconscious, that's hard to do. She started having respiratory distress Monday, and that's when she called us for basically 4 days, 96 hours, more or less, after the injuries were sustained. As I said, we conducted an investigation. My investigators interviewed all the witnesses, interviewed the mother and the stepfather, and who told us the story of how they thought the injuries occurred and what they did and didn't do. Upon completing this initial investigation, we had probable cause to charge these individuals with injury to a child with serious bodily injury, which is a first-degree felony, by omission. So in other words, by failing to act and provide the little girl medical attention constituted omission and therefore injury to a child by omission. Yesterday afternoon, officers from the sheriff's office went to Christine and the stepfather without incident. They've been booked into the Atascosa County Jail, and their bond has been set at $200,000 each. The mother's identified as Denise Balmaneta, age 36, and the stepfather is identified as Gerald Gonzalez, age 40. Our victim is Miranda Sips, age 12, and she would have been 13 later this month. She was sent for an autopsy. We're still waiting for the final autopsy results, which will be a little while. In the meantime, we have some investigating to do on different things, and we're following up on those leads. And at this time, I think I'll just see if y'all have any questions.
The type of injuries that she received, are they consistent with what kind of damage made with what?
The injuries were life-threatening. They put her into a state of being unconscious. She was not talking. She basically could flutter her eyes and move her hands a little bit. Over a 4-day period, they had her laying on a pallet in the house. I will not, at this point in time, go into the injuries, detail on the injuries or how they happened, because I'm not 100% sure. And I don't want to sit up here and tell y'all these injuries happened this way, and I find out that they happened a different way. So we're going to get to the bottom of it before we address how the injuries occurred.
The sheriff describes Miranda's state as unconscious since Thursday. It's leading many people to speculate what happened inside that home.